No, 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 no.
Hey, what's good everyone? I'm your guy CzarDB, but you can just call me Czar for short. And I'm really sorry for the weird intro, but it was just a little funny part that I managed to record as I was trying to make this video. Anyway, we're back with some more Splatoon 2, and in this one, I just wanted to push myself away from the typical informational videos that I would normally do, and try to incorporate a little more mix into the equation, by doing a little bit of gameplay showcasing, alongside with some commentary. Here, I've just got a couple of games I recorded during the recent 2017 Halloween Splatfest. So without further ado, let's get started. As most of you may know, my best weapon class in this game is with shooters, more specifically utilizing the short to medium range archetype such as the Tenatech. The basic rules I'm trying to fulfill here are a few. I'm trying to hug the walls and limited entrances in this particular stage as much as possible to prevent people from having easy access to the wheels, which allows them to enter our half of the map. I'm also trying to stick in pairs with my team as much as possible, or play very aggressive and try to relieve some pressure for my teammates so that they can take control of the map as soon as possible and help me out a bit later. That was the highlight, by the way. Always make sure you know you're rolling if you're using the dualies. At this point, I'm just trying to have some fun on the left side of the map and just make sure that nobody gets access to our half. So I'm kind of just chilling here. I'm seeing that there's a bit of purple in the mid, so I just kind of want to support my teammates a little bit here, and I start to panic when I see my friend jump, but I didn't know that he was going to use splashdown. That was kind of effective, but it allowed me to use my inkjet and kind of get back to my area safely. So I kind of thank him for that. At this point, I'm just trying to kind of safeguard the left side. I don't want anybody dropping and kind of taking access to our half here. So I just want to play a little bit more carefully here. I don't want them dropping. If they do, it will allow me to engage them a lot more easy, but I kind of want to just keep them off. I want them to try and make a decision to say, hey, it might be a little bit easier if we shift to the right side instead. So they're playing a little bit more safe, but I think I do get a call out at this point, and my friend says, okay, right side's been exposed. So I shift over to the right side and see if anybody tries to breach from the wheel. They do pop a stingray, so that kind of scares me a bit, but then I do see that they start breaching the left side. Now I get a bit nervous. At this point, I do kind of have to blame myself because I did abandon left side, but there wasn't really anybody else to support me, so that kind of explained why they breached. At this point, we're within the last 30 seconds of the turf war, and that's kind of like the most important part. So here, we're just trying to get onto their side, maybe get a pick or two, and see if we can cover as much turf as possible. I think that last little push, we actually wiped the team, and that kind of allowed us to just get a little bit of extra turf. And that pretty much won us the match by a significant margin. I think I got about like 7 kills that game, and I think that's pretty good to walk off with, especially on a stage that's entirely new. Okay, I think this was the last game that I had played before I actually reached the King title for Splatfest. So basically, I find in Humpback Pump Track, the first thing you want to do is try to get control of the center as fast as possible. Basically, no matter what mode it is, but here we do see a roller does take control of that area, so I kind of have to shift back and find another way. So at this point, I'm just trying to go for the right side, see if maybe I can get a pick. And I actually do get lucky with that bomb. I do manage to get the kill somehow. Then I take a look at the top menu, and I see that 3 of them are actually down. So this is our chance to kind of take control of mid and their core, if we so please. But at this point, I do see my friend, he manages to pull the bomb rush. So I'm going to try and opt for a combo. And while he tries to put pressure on their core, I'm going to start putting more pressure using the inkjet. And I actually do manage, again, to get another pretty dirty kill on the same guy. So now we have a little bit more time to afford setting up a bit of defense before they go for another push. So what I think I do here is, now I'm just trying to look out and see where they're dropping off to next, so that I can be there and ready for when they try and take over mid. This one guy does flank though, so I am going to get the pick off him really quickly, and I'm just going to kind of sit back a bit and see where they approach. His friend here is getting a bit of support with the burst bombs, but I'm going to try and help out my friend who somehow actually lands the hit on that guy, which is actually pretty insane, so big respect for that nice snipe. I do get another bomb kill on the same guy again, and now they're starting to really push for mid, but they kind of failed to do so, and this gives us a chance to kind of retake it. Here I get a ping from my friend saying that he wants to jump, so I'm trying to ping to him and just kind of serve a little point where he can safely get in. The problem I'm seeing now is that 2 of my people are on left side, and I don't really see anybody here supporting me in mid, so I'm afraid this guy's going to take it over. Furthermore, my friend kind of makes a stupid decision and decides to super jump, but thankfully I can actually use that as bait and land a little bit of an easy kill. If the circumstances weren't the same though, that would have been a serious detriment to our performance. So at this point now I'm just trying to look again, see where they're dropping from, and just try and stop them from finding any easy entrance towards mid. I pretty much just got 2 really dirty kills over the walls. One right there, where I just threw the bomb, and the other one from the side. I didn't expect that to happen, but I'm going to keep it up. So I do see one guy, he's trying to enter it now, and I'm actually in a really risky spot. Shooter on shooter in this area is actually very risky, but I managed to kind of like do a little bit of a juke play and get a nice kill, which results in maintaining control of mid. So now I start to see that they're taking control of left side, and my charger's in a really bad spot, so I need to do something, and I just try to pull out the inkjet and see if I can resist from above. That probably wasn't the best play though, because it makes me a little bit of an open target in that particular area, but I had to do something. So now we're in the last 30 seconds, and it's really hard for me to safely approach mid, because they're starting to take it over. So somebody told me that there's somebody right over here, and I just need to make sure that I don't die. That's the biggest thing. So I'm just trying to make sure I safely get him to back off. I see he's going around the hill, so at this point I just try and shoot in front of him to stop his mobility, and that gets me a clean pick. That allows me to go in the mid, and that should allow us to get a little bit more control and finish off the game with a win. And there we go, we get a 6% difference. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and a comment below, that'd be awesome. And if you're feeling a bit generous, please do drop a sub, that'd be swell. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.